Tea time. Let me tell you a story about a man who was born and raised in New York, but his family was from Alabama, so they would come back every year to visit. And when he would come down to the southern states, he would still feel so like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. Look at these southern people and look at these southern women. He decided right then and there, oh my gosh, I want me a southern woman. Specifically, I want a woman from Alabama because they got this special something about them. Well, eventually on one of his visits, he did meet one woman named Cindy. And when he saw her, the angels were singing because he was like, that's my wife. He knew it. He said, she has every single thing I could want in a woman. I'm going to get her. So he went back to New York, got himself together, moving up in his career. And then he moved to Alabama. First things first, he went up to Cindy. How you doing? He shot his shot. And she said, oh, that's cute, but I'm getting married. You can come to my wedding. He was so disappointed and so defeated. But he didn't, try to disrupt what she has. He just held his love inside. Eventually, he's living in Alabama now. He doesn't really know anybody. But he's out and about, and he meets a woman. And he's like, okay, I like her. He ends up marrying this woman. But his heart is still with Cindy. When they go through their divorce, because he's yearning for something else, he moves to another city, try to get some distance between him and that relationship. Now, he's moving to this new city. He doesn't know anybody again, but he remembers his cousin had introduced him to a woman that lived in that city. So he reached out, hey, what's going on? You still live here? How's everything going? And she was like, oh, I'm doing fine. He's like, let's hook up. And she's like, this man just got a divorce. Ain't no way I'm going to be his booty call. Child, please. So she keep throwing him off. She keep flaking on him. And he said he tried 8 times to hang out with this woman. And she was just throwing him to the side. And he said, if I call her one more time and she ignored me, I'm never calling her again. He called her one more time. And she agreed to go out with him. And they was friends. And finally, he had a friend in the new city that he was living in. And they would just hang out casually. But in his heart, he's thinking, I want Cindy. That's my wife. She has everything I could ever want in a woman. And then one night he's hanging out with the new girl and he's like, let me tell you about this girl named Cindy. He's still talking about her. He's like, man, she has everything I want. And the girl's like, well, what does she have? And he's like, well, she's beautiful. She has that southern accent. She got a nice booty. She's educated. Man, she's just so fierce. She's respectful. Like, she's respectable. Like, it's just amazing. Like, I just can't see myself being with any other woman like that. Those are the most important qualities. And she is the only woman I've ever met who has them. And he looked at the girl, and the girl was looking at him. He looked at her. And at that moment, he realized she has them. And he laughed to himself like, wait a minute. All this time, I've been yearning. I thought it was for Cindy because she had these qualities. But it was the qualities. And it was Cindy who led me to Alabama, who led me to this moment. Maybe so I could meet her. Of course, he married that woman. And he has been happy with her ever since. They started a family, they're working on a business, and they still together.